What is happening? My name is Sumed Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means I help you feel better and perform better. Today I want to speak about the topic of procrastination. I'm a master procrastinator. Master procrastinator, master procrastinator, master procrastinator. Try saying that 10 times. I've learned throughout my journey of this amazing statement that I'm about to tell you. Now, this may be a harsh truth and a harsh reality, but this is how I see it. Procrastination is just you being a jerk to your future self. Now, I believe that procrastination is connected to, threaded with perfectionism. Why do we procrastinate? Because we don't feel like it's perfect enough. We're not ready yet. Well, guess what? The reality is you'll never be ready. You've got to make yourself ready. You've got to make yourself ready.
Just do it!
Okay? You were born ready. How about that?
How about that?
As a mindset switch. Because the more you put something off, the more difficult it's going to get.
The law of diminishing intent.
And I've understood this because I've sort of resonated with this idea of the underdog journey. Like the underdog who has to fight the battle, has to go through all this hardship and pain in order to get through to the other side and finally win. But guess what? Subconsciously that self-sabotaged me to coming back down again in order so I can get the glory from climbing up that mountain again. So notice the different self-sabotaging mechanisms that are going on throughout your life. Procrastination is just one of them. But the more you approach this thing, the more you can decode it and decrypt it and analyze it. Now, I'm not saying to start to read books about procrastination, because guess what? That's feeding your procrastination even more. You're feeding your brain for the fact that you're a procrastinator and you're reading books about how not to procrastinate. Are you kidding me? Like, that's delaying your progress even more. We tend to procrastinate things that we find very difficult, or it's like a daunting task. It's like, whoa, I don't want to do this. It seems like it's too much. So the more you convince yourself that it's too much, that it's too much effort, that it's too challenging, you're not going to want to do it. You're going to want to put it off until the last minute. A lot of you guys are incubators out there. I know you. You're going to leave your exam or the project that you're doing for your school or college for the last second till the last minute. Why? Because it gives you that adrenaline kick of urgency to the final moment. The final countdown, right? That you have a choice to convince yourself that this is easy, this is very quick, this task is not that daunting. It's actually pretty simple. It's actually pretty achievable if I think about it. People confuse procrastination with laziness. Okay, these are two different things. Procrastination is a choice. You are choosing to put something off. You're choosing to leave something pending. However, in order for you to be lazy, you're kind of apathetic. You're unwilling to do something. You feel like you lack energy, or you have kind of an apathy in the midst. 3 steps to avoiding procrastination are: first of all, recognize that you're procrastinating. Second of all, recognize why you're procrastinating. Third is to adopt anti-procrastination strategies. You might have reference experience or memories of you procrastinating a lot. You got to allow yourself to forgive yourself for those things. You gotta forgive your past self so your future self can say thank you. Don't say I need to do this, I have to do this. Say I choose to do this, or I get to do this.
I love it.
Highly recommended is for you to eat the frog.
Squish that cat. All you need to know is to squish that cat.
Okay, what does that mean? Don't eat any actual frogs, okay? So what eat the frog means is you want to do the most disturbing, uncomfortable thing in the morning so you get it out of the way. Then set your tea and make yourself some tea or do something in between to give yourself that energy back from that first initial draining task. So if you do first thing in the morning, it's out of the way and you don't have to worry about it anymore the rest of the day. And that also helps because any other uncomfortable thing that comes up throughout your day, it's like easy compared to that. It's like you bringing me this little petty thing or whatever, like, that distracts you along the path, that was nothing compared to the frog that you had to eat in the morning. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it really helps you out. This is from Brian Tracy, okay? Eat the frog. There's a book, I think, based on it. But if you understand the concept, just do it, you know? Some people call it different things, like eat the elephant dung, eat the poo-poo, okay? In a sense, you want to just do that in the morning, and then the rest of the day, you're smooth sailing. Accountability is one of the most important things, I think, to have. Have somebody check in on you. Ask a friend to check in on you. One thing that you can do for leverage is to give your friend money if you don't do that thing. If it's very important and urgent to you, you pay them because that gives you much more leverage for you, and they return your money back as soon as you've done it, okay? Make sure you trust your friend and doesn't run off with your money as well, okay? But again, this is an important way to really push yourself at a time where you feel like, I'm procrastinating, I'm not handing this in on time, and that unhelpful pressure is making you even more worried in your own mind. You see, perfectionism leads to procrastination, which leads to paralysis. Again, perfectionism leads to procrastination, which leads to paralysis. So if you become paralyzed and you feel like, I can't do this thing, it's because you are thinking of yourself, it has to be perfect, I have to show it in this very specific way, it has to be right, it does not have to, okay? It does not have to be anything. It's that you choose to make it that. And so choose the right thing to do. Do the right thing, okay? Choose the right thing to do. One way to keep yourself really motivated throughout the day is to give yourself little rewards or tasks. And in between your breaks, you want to stretch. You want to get yourself some blood flow, okay? Stretch breaks are great. Just moving your body in a way that releases any kind of pending tension or looming anxiety, right? When you can stretch it out, when you can do some kind of yogic practice of stretching yourself, getting into different asanas, it really just helps you keep that energy and provides you that energy maintenance throughout the day. So this has been my advice in terms of you procrastinators out there. I see you not handing in your tasks. I see you just waiting and waiting there, hoping that it accomplishes itself. Guess what? It's not gonna get done unless you do something. Your task is not going to complete itself. There's no auto-complete button, okay? You are the auto-complete button, so make it happen, all right? We don't all have time. We have to make time.
No! What are you waiting for?
So go forth and conquer. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay legend.